Hey, Mrparka here to review one from, I believe, Sub Rosa Films, and this is called Hey, Stop Stabbing Me. And that's a pretty ridiculously stupid title, which perfectly fits this movie. This movie is undeniably stupid, but it is a laugh riot, and it is amazingly zany and silly, and loads of fun. Think kind of Psychos in Love without the gore. There's not really much gore in this. Psychos in Love actually had some pretty nasty gore. But Psychos in Love and this have in common that they create this world of just ridiculousness that doesn't really follow any rules. There are no rules. It's just silly stuff where people do ridiculous things and everybody's thick as the day is long. And it's quite hilarious. We have a guy who gets out of college. He immediately gets kicked out of his dorm and thrown into an uncertain future. He finds a job right away and in his field too, world history, which apparently everybody who's a world history major just digs holes for a living, which is actually very funny. And everyone has all these majors and it doesn't seem like they're doing anything with them. And he ends up getting right into another house, roommates and everything, and he thinks everything's going well, but it's really horrible. The best one of his roommates is actually a serial killer. The other ones are a guy who's constantly sick, an annoying musical artist, and a guy who wants to kill him for using his comb. And not to mention that there's a monster living in the basement stealing his socks that runs into a little part of the basement that seems to go on forever into like a boiler room. So we have all this going on, not to mention that his girlfriend is constantly trying to sleep with all his roommates and everyone else. It's like I said, it's just completely ridiculous. The gags are great in it. Lots of funny things in here. There's great dialogue, just nonsensical stuff that is really hilarious. There's a great fight to the death at the end, and it's just hilarious that the idea that at the end these guys are fighting to the death, but they have some sort of camaraderie to them and the way they act with each other. This is not going to be for everybody. I mean, if people hate their movies with layers of cheese and nonsensical stuff, this is not the type of movie that makes a serious plot here and then follows all these rules and then breaks them just for the hell of it. This movie has no rules. This movie is just over-the-top, zany, serial killer, nonsensical crap that is absolutely hilarious and clever in its absurdity. But I would recommend Hey, Stop Stabbing Me. I really enjoyed it. I laughed a lot. I was never bored. Just funny things like, it feels like that kind of late 80s, early 90s, just ridiculous stuff here. Maybe think Midnight Skater a little bit meets Psychos in Love. Just, if you guys are familiar with those goofy movies, then I think you'll really love this because I was thoroughly entertained. Lovable loser going through all these ridiculous, terrible things happening to him. And, trying to save the day, I guess, towards the end. It's called Hey, Stop Stabbing Me. I think that people will really enjoy this one if they like this kind of stuff. If this sounds like it's up your alley, you'll know from the clips. I would also maybe say a little bit of Frankie and Blunderland similarities. Again, very fun movie as well. But there's also another short movie on here called Sledgehammers at Dawn, which I did watch some of them, and it seems like a very, very bizarre movie as well. But check this out. Very funny stuff. Very cool cover drawn there. Not as gory as the cover probably represents, but definitely as fun. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good one.
Name's Hugo.
Herman Schumacher.
No, Herman Schumacher. Got any hobbies?
Not really. You?
Nah, just picking up strangers and murdering them. You gotta have a sense of humor. Say, did you go to that college back there?
Yeah. You just graduated. World history.
Yeah, I went to college once. Well, in the sense that I drove to college once to pick up a girl. To murder. No, I'm just fucking with you. Double major, comparative lit and economics. Say, I'm getting real dizzy. I get really dizzy when I haven't murdered a hitchhiker in a while. Whoa. I only get dizzy when I'm having a stroke. Like right now.
Oh, hey, oh.